Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. Estamos hablando en español ahorita.
Bienvenidos todos.
Sí. ¿Sabes por qué?
¿Por qué?
We'll tell you guys why we're talking Spanish right after this sick-ass theme song.
Yeah.
Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos todos. Bienvenidos.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back.
Welcome
Thanks
back.
for joining us for another week of You're Not Down.
You're not down with Mike and Luis.
You are.
I'm Mike. Halftime Rubio.
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I am Luis.
Luchador.
Hey.
Hey.
Castillo. Luis Luchador Castillo. Bienvenidos. Yeah, we're speaking in Spanish, and there is a very specific, cool, kind of funny.
Sweet. There's a sweet reason why.
Exactly.
Freaking cool.
Very cool. We found out that we are number 30.
Ranked.
Ranked number 30 in Apple Podcasts. This isn't a joke.
In Apple Podcasts, ranked number 30.
Number 30 in the comedy interview genre
Yep.
in Mexico.
Mexico.
Mexico!
That's beautiful.
Golazo!
Go!
Aso!
La, 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 la.
Yeah.
Arriba.
No, that's that's actually true though.
Ranked number 30.
Number 30 comedy interview in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Amazing, dude. Like
In the world.
in the world.
In the Mexican world.
Yeah.
We are ranked number 30 all across the world in Mexico.
And it does sound like we are making this up, but no, I'm wearing the Mexico jersey because I'm showing the love and support and the thanks to them. Because we got an email saying that we're ranked, and that's where we were, and we were at number 26.
Yeah, we were at number
26.
26.
Yeah, we went down 4. And what's hilarious, if people don't know already, I work for Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
I was on a show. Number 29 right now in Mexico in that same category is the Jim Jeffries Show podcast.
We're for sure going to beat that, especially after this episode.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Mexico!
Mexico, Mexico, Mexico.
Chip.
Uno, dos, tres, sí.
Very cool news, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable a little bit.
Yeah, I was busting up when you called me to tell me the news.
Yeah.
I couldn't even contain it. I was just giggling with excitement.
Yeah, like I told you, and you're like, no, number 30.
I couldn't even believe
it. Yeah, it's such a random thing, man. And yeah, I mean, dude, we're a humble little podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a cool ass wall now.
For sure.
But we're still that same podcast where the sign fucking fell.
Army of two.
Yeah. And dude, here we are, man. So I guess because of that, I mean, the listeners helped us do that. That's
soldados in this war of podcasting interview comedy.
Did you kind of have to think about how to say soldiers in Spanish?
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, no.
Nailed it though.
You did.
Shit.
Yeah, so obviously you guys listening is helping us. But of course, so do reviews, right?
So do our reviews. So we do want to give a shout out. We had a new review this week.
Yeah.
This one's coming from Edwin Mejia. He's a big fan of the show.
Yeah. Should we read? No, we don't even read them.
Well, he did mention that he mentioned Dum Dum. He quoted quoted the Dum Dum.
Mm-hmm.
He was impressed overall.
He did
with the
give
episode.
a shout out to Anna as well.
Yeah, he did give a shout out to Anna.
Yeah.
So I know he's a avid listener, right? So what we want to do and what we continue to do week after week is ask the rest of you all to take a moment. You can do it right now. It's all within the app. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts, go scroll down to the bottom. Leave us a review. Give us a rating.
Yeah.
Let's make it 5 stars or better.
Yeah.
Right. And then leave us a review down there. You can type in your little message, leave your name, and we'll shout you out on this podcast just like Edwin Mejia got his shout out.
Hell yeah.
And if you are listening to the podcast or watching it on YouTube land, while you're at it, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, turn on your little bell for ding notifications. We're all about dinging each other here. So,
oh, dude, we're huge on dinging each other.
Huge dingers on this podcast.
Yeah, so go do that, please, and thank you. I feel like that was one other thing that I wanted to mention before. I don't know.
Is it when I told my family that we're number 30?
No, but what happened?
So after we got off the phone call and you told me, you're like, share it with your family.
Mm-hmm.
So I wait for everyone to gather around, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I got some news. And they're like, okay, let's hear it. I'm like, this is podcast news. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what? Like announcement for the podcast news? Yeah. And they're like, who like retweeted you, whatever the equivalent of podcasting retweets, who mentioned you or who did this? Did someone pick you guys up? Did you get a sponsorship? Are you doing whatever? And I'm like, no, and no. but something way cooler.
Yeah.
Right. We're international podcast. We mentioned that. Number 3 in the world.
Number 3 in the world.
Number 1, 30, number 30 in Mexico. But yeah, so I told them the news and they were all happy for me. Give me a nice big round of applause.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's just so random. But yeah, fucking international stars. Mr. and Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. and Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, look at us now.
Senor and Senor Worldwide.
Hey, worldwide though. Yeah, you got to be a little bit more más than menos Spanish now. Now you have a duty.
I'm all masa, so like I'm almost just más at this point.
But yeah, so very exciting news. But now that we got that out the way, yeah. And I guess we should mention too the Say We Won't videos, right?
Oh yeah. You want to mention Say We Won't? Say We Won't. We do plan on putting out more Say We Won't videos. You know, this whole Corona thing did get in the way a little bit. We're trying to come up with ways to do it, to do our different challenges you guys offered. Shout out to my boy Rick. He's also the Cuete plug.
Cuete plug, yeah, fireworks.
Yeah. I have to shout him out on the podcast. But he offered the pajaretes, which you mentioned.
Yeah.
The milk and the
we
tequila.
Still got to do that. And then the Corona.
Yeah, Corona kind of got in the way, but we do plan on doing some more of those. And who knows, we might circle back to that later in the ep.
Yeah. No. So we'll have that soon. We'll probably post it to ask for suggestions again. But yeah, I think we know what we're gonna do for the next one.
Yeah,
and it'll be a surprise, but
we'll make it happen.
Yeah. But all right, fun fact time. Is it that time?
Yeah.
Me first, you first.
No jingle?
I was like, do we have one? I looked at the buttons like, es este jingle. En español, este episodio. Fun fact. Facto? Is this where I realize I don't...
Fun fuck you? We're going to fun fuck you.
Fun fuck you?
Anyways, what's your fun fuck you?
My fun fuck you. Brain freeze?
Yeah.
Brain freeze is a thing.
That's a common thing.
Very common thing.
What about it? You're scaring me a little bit.
I've only had brain freeze once in my life ever. And that one time was literally like 2 weeks ago.
What the hell? Are you a slow chugger?
No, because even like ice cream, people fucking bite into ice cream like animals.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do it. It's never hit me. If anything, my teeth hurt a little bit.
Dang, you're like that's like your superpower.
I didn't know if I had never felt it or maybe that's what they meant, the teeth hurting.
No, brain freeze. You feel it. It's a whole.
You actually feel it in your head.
Yeah, it feels frozen. I don't know a better way to describe it. The front of your forehead feels like it's made of ice.
So you never once experienced that.
Wow.
And yeah, because like whenever I would see it in movies, like brain freeze, I'm like, why? Like I don't get it. Like, is it super mild? And I have definitely had it, and I just didn't know that's what it was, But yeah, never in my life did it happen. Very recently, I had some ice cream, and dude, yeah, exactly right there, the front of the forehead. I was like, oh
baby,
yeah,
burns so sweet.
I was super proud of the fact that it's never happened, though.
Yeah.
And now it happened. So
I would be proud of that.
I feel like I'm one of you guys.
Yeah,
it's fucking
sucked
terrible.
Down to the real world. No, but it's like a cool like superhero, like ordinary superpower.
What a shitty superpower, though.
Yeah, no, but at least yours. Mine is yet to be discovered. I think.
Dude, Spider-Man shoots web from this thing.
Right.
Superman, he could fly, he could do all this stuff. What can I do though? I will take a bite right out of that ice cream bar and feel nothing.
Slurp on a Slurpee till the cows come home. Not feel a damn thing.
Yeah, not that cool. Not that cool with superpower. But
that's one more superpower than Batman.
That is true.
Yeah.
We could agree Batman's bullshit, right?
No, Batman is the best.
He's actually the best.
Yeah, because he's an ordinary man who does superhuman things.
I guess. He's just a rich asshole. Yeah. That's it.
Well, no, it's better than Superman, though. Superman's a freak alien from a different planet, comes to our planet and just reigns supreme, super strength, super speed, X-ray vision, probably a pervert with that, laser eyes, cold breath, He has like everything. Superman. Yeah. Only gets killed by kryptonite, which isn't even found on this planet.
And he's also, kryptonite is his weakness, but also riding horses, I guess, because then he falls and then paralyzes his body.
That one cuts deep. That one severs your spinal cord right in half.
All right, you're coming to hell with me.
Well, there's room for two. On that fiery chariot.
Hey, R.I.P. to Superman. Sorry about
that. Did he die?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
It wasn't spinal cord related though.
No, it's just kind of other things. super things I'm sure it took him.
All right, what's your fun fuck you?
My fun fuck you for the week is I only attended preschool for 2 weeks. Yeah. It's pretty plain. It's pretty simple.
Did you get kicked out?
No, I had probably attachment issues or something. Wasn't quite ready to leave the nest. I mean, I hardly even remember this, but from what my parents had mentioned, it's something, I don't know, I just couldn't handle.
You were a crier?
Yeah, crier, screamer, climbed the fence, try to get out.
What the hell?
Yeah. Did it for 2 weeks, and then they thought, like, we can't torture this kid no more.
You were climbing the fence, like trying to leave?
Yeah, trying to leave.
Every day for 2 weeks?
Every day.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, and then they gave up. Got to stay home, suckers.
Hey, drink Capri Sun all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it, and then you fucking took the rest of the year off.
Took the rest of the year off. Like, is preschool even mandatory?
No,
I feel like
I never went to preschool.
In today's times, though, it's like they have. You start school when you're like 3 years old. You got your preschool, then your preschool, then your kindergarten.
Fuck that, man. My kid, he ain't doing that shit.
No,
she ain't doing that shit. They aren't doing that shit.
Hey, nice, all inclusive. You just started them in at 3rd grade.
Not even. Yeah, just 3rd grade. Like, all right, go learn about the world.
Yeah.
It's funny. My dad tells
Flat
me,
world.
Dude, that's the second time you like try to just hide the fact that you believe in a flat earth in the podcast. And I don't know if you actually believe it.
Absolutely not. I'm a man of science, dude. I'm a man of science and mathematics and beer and everything Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mexico. Yeah. It's funny, just talking about like the school thing. My dad tells me stories because this goes back to Mexico. Mm-hmm. In the Mexican community, it's like you're very hardworking, you know, like the parents break their backs for fucking just to provide. So over there, this is my grandpa's brother, so my great uncle. I'm pretty sure when he was a kid, his dad, you know, like he would take him out of school to help do work. You know, he was like I don't know. It was like very like farm type work, you know? So him and his brother would do that. He would take them out of school and they're like super young. Let's say probably like 3rd grade. And then, so they would just miss like weeks at a time to help their dad with work. And then they would have a test at school or something. It was like, all right, cabrones, go to school, take that test. They're like, on what? Like, we haven't learned anything.
On just school?
I just think that's so funny, man.
That's like, that probably felt like daycare to them.
What?
Like they work most of the year and then like school's their daycare.
Yeah, that's their like break.
Yeah. They're all lawyers now.
Yeah, no. Definitely not. Yeah, what do we want to talk about today, man?
Well,
that'll do it for episode 15. Episode 15.
Episode 15. Oh yeah.
Who would have thunk?
Fuck.
Fun fuck you.
The further we get along in this podcast, I'm just gonna fucking rage flip this table at you. I love it so much.
I had to do it.
4th of July is this weekend.
Yeah. You celebrate 4th of July?
Well, I mean, I celebrated like I think it should be celebrated. Some barbecue,
some cuetes,
some cuetes, some grills, some beer. Call it a night, huh? No,
you just described every day.
That's just random
in our life.
Yeah, Mexican Saturday, you know.
Yeah, because we were never the one. We don't know where to get the illegal fireworks.
Oh, all right.
And I just get paranoid.
Well, I got the plug. I shouted him out.
Yeah, you said Rick.
Yeah, boy, Rick.
Yeah, no.
Hope the FBI isn't listening to this one.
Hey, you can find him at this location. You know, and like
Montana. Located in Montana. Go look there.
Montana Inglewood? Haven't heard of that neighborhood.
Shit.
Yeah, no. But like I think we talked about it maybe last week too. There's fucking fireworks just popping off all night over here.
They haven't stopped.
And it's like, it's not even like fireworks now. It's just like M80s, like straight up. Yeah.
Just booms.
I'm surprised we haven't heard one during this podcast yet.
Actually, one made me flinch walking over here today. Yeah. I was getting out of my car, loading up all my stuff, about to walk over here and just boom. And I freaking flinched, dude. I felt like an Inglewood amateur. I looked around to see if anyone was laughing at me.
Did you audibly like, ah?
Nah, but I'm the quiet type of scared. I was like,
all right. Because you're a scaredy boy.
Yeah, I am. I don't deal with anticipation very well.
I don't know if we ever talked about it because I wasn't here. You just told me the story, but I guess you're gonna have to tell it. You went to like a scary maze, right?
Yeah, I did. I did
like a Halloween maze.
Done that a couple of times, a few times actually.
But you, a grown ass man, I feel like if I didn't know you and I was walking down the street and I see you coming towards me, I would cross the street for sure.
Yeah. I don't blame you. And I don't know if we've mentioned that on the podcast, but that's something I try to do when I get home late. I'll see like a little family going for a stroll or something, and I'm walking like directly toward them. And I want to signal to them like I'm not the big bad wolf you should be scared of. Yeah. So I try to smile from a distance, but
that's even creepier.
I'm usually wearing all black. I'm 6 foot tall, 250 pounds. Ring the bell, ding. And so I try to look friendly. Yeah, that's not possible, but in the shadows,
But I also feel like that's so much worse because
hi guys,
you're a grown man by himself. And you said you start from a distance.
From a distance,
you're fucking 50 feet away. Just
hey guys,
and you just lock eyes, not even blink.
Have a good night.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be friendly because like you mentioned, I do get scared pretty easily. Yeah. And I've done those haunted house walks, whatever they're called. Yeah. And every single time, dude, dripping in sweat. I use the meat as my human shield, a literal meat shield to protect me from the ghouls and the goblins. Shout out to the meat. Yeah, shout out to the meat. It's all bad.
Yeah, I heard a story. Were you holding on to a stranger? Or no, I guess you were using the meat. As one, but like
there's multiple stories.
But you're like going through this maze and like you have your head down and you're like flinching at every little thing. And I think you felt someone behind you.
Yeah, so that was at Universal Studios, and if anyone's ever been there, it's the Walking Dead attraction, which is literally like 30 steps and you're done. But so it was the meat's birthday actually, and she had a little birthday pin, and the guy's like, "Oh, skip the line, come right ahead." So I'm like, "Sweet," and I start walking over with her. And we skipped the line. He's like, "Oh, happy birthday, by the way. Just got to go over a couple rules. Don't touch anybody. They're not going to touch you." And when he says that, dude, my cheeks just clench right up. And I was like, what do you mean? I thought this was like every other Universal Studios ride where you sit in a car and it bounce around. Yeah. And no. So we're walking through this maze and I'm terrified already. And I realized like, shit, I haven't looked behind me in a while. And I look behind me and I see something and I just let out a, ah! And it's the next people in line. It's the other guest.
A regular person with no makeup.
So they see me do that. Yeah. And then without being scared or anything, they turn around to see like, oh, what did he see? And there was nothing behind him. Dude, I felt so embarrassed, dude. I sprinted the rest of the remaining 15 feet out of that thing so bad. I was embarrassed.
You literally got scared just from seeing a person.
Yeah, which is the fact there was anything there. Like a cartoon Scooby-Doo.
You do the little run in place thing before you leave a cottage.
Yeah,
was that a turkey?
I'll work on my running in place sound effects.
Yeah, we're getting scaredy boy, man. Yeah, I've been a not scary farm before, and this kind of goes back to one of my past fun fuck yous. I win a lot of contests, So I won tickets to Not Scary Farm on the radio, and it was for the very next day. So it's like, yeah, you get 2 tickets. I'm like, oh shit, like who do I call? Yeah. And I was like texting people. I didn't know you back then.
That's all right.
I feel like I
was busy anyways.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm texting.
Like how you have to justify that. Like just because we have a podcast together, we need to do everything together.
Yeah, so I start texting everyone, and yeah, no one can go because it's like short notice and whatnot. But I text one friend, and he was like, "Oh, like I'm down." I'm like, "All right, cool, perfect." And so we go. I pick him up, and the thing is, it's tickets to the park, but also it's VIP front of the line.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so we didn't have to wait. Like there was like a little side lane, we literally go all the way to the front, no wait at all.
Past the peasants.
Yeah, and I was super excited because I'd never done something like this before. And it was VIP too,
Yeah, beautiful.
So I was so excited. And then the first maze we go to, it is a clown maze, I believe. And yeah, so we go all the way to the front. And before we even come in, we see a clown come out, like scare someone else that just came in, like right at the entrance. And so I see it. And in my mind, I was like, hell yeah, I'm excited. So I turn around to look at my friend. He was already walking away.
No.
He saw that. He was like, nope. I'm like, wait, like, do you not like this stuff? He was like, hell no. I'm like, why did you say yes? Like, why are you here? I went on one maze, that clown one. That was it.
What?
Because
we should have left him there.
He was my ride. And this was like before.
Oh, he was leaving the whole festivities?
He walked away from the maze. He was like, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So I was like, are you kidding me? Whatever. I did the maze by myself. And then I come out, and this was like a big boy,
Mm-hmm.
I come out and he's, I think, sitting like at a planter with his hands over his eyes.
Oh, wow.
And because, dude, if these ghouls, whatever, these scare actors, if they see that you're scared, they fuck with you even more.
Right.
So now he's being surrounded by just like, there's a guy with a chainsaw, there's like a girl or whatever. And that must have been his biggest nightmare because he's just being like harassed by these guys. Oh
God, how terrible!
Yeah.
How terrifying!
And yeah, he was just like, I don't want to be here. Yikes. So yeah, the one time I won tickets, we had to leave, and I went on one maze. That was it.
That's funny. Being that scared, and like you mentioned, when they know you're scared, they go after you. I'll just tell another story. One time we went to that haunted house thing, whatever, and we walk out, and we're like pretty much the last group before they close. Mm-hmm. So the whole place is cleared out. And there's those people that while you're in line, they scare you, but you're in line for like an hour. So by the end of it, you're not that scared. Mm-hmm. So when we leave, it's the same guy. It's the same guy I saw there the entire hour when I was in line.
Yeah.
And we're walking towards the car and he starts walking towards the group. And I thought like, be cool. And for some reason he senses it on me. The radar went off. And he's coming right to me, and I feel him at my side, and I notice that I'm like walking now slanted towards the wall, trying to create distance, and he keeps getting closer and closer until like I'm pinned against the wall. Mm-hmm. I'm stuck between a wall and a psychotic clown.
Yeah, and
I just full on sprint to my car, just break off in a full sprint.
You're a grown man,
and I hear his footsteps. And I just run, I unlock the car, I jump in there, lock the car, and now I'm looking around because I'm like, he's fucking hiding. He's going to pop up from one of these windows. Mm-hmm. Eventually, the rest of the party shows up to the car, and I let them in. And I was like, guys, just tell me one thing. Like, how far did he chase me? Mm-hmm. And they're busting up. They're like, he took 2 steps and then just started pointing and laughing at you. And you ran like 300 feet to your car, didn't turn around. I was that scared.
Dude, you're a grown man,
I'm a grown man, yeah.
And they're not going to touch you.
It doesn't feel like that in the moment.
I can't believe it, man. Because, yeah, and, you know what? I think I did go to one other place then. It must have been Universal. Like, people will come out and like scare you, and I'll jump, and then the immediate reaction after jumping is laughing because it's like, oh, you got me there, and that's it. Then you kind of keep going.
No, not for me. Scaredy boy over here.
I can't believe it, dude. I literally just don't know what there is to be afraid about. Like a lingering afraid.
It's not, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I know that I'm not going to get sawed in half. Mm-hmm. I know that. But the anticipation of being scared, I don't even blow up balloons because I'm always afraid that I'm going to blow them up too big and they're going to pop in my face.
You're joking.
I'm dead serious, dude. It's the anticipation.
I can't even look at you.
I don't deal well with it.
That balloon fact is gonna stick with me, bro. I feel like every time I see a balloon, I'm gonna think of it now.
Wow.
Insane, man. Yeah, but because like you don't like scary movies either, really?
Nope, for the same reason. But I'm not afraid of walking. I'm not afraid of walking down the street. I'm not. I'm the scary one in the street.
Are you afraid of death and shit?
I ain't afraid of death and shit, but I really am.
Unbelievable, dude. Because isn't like Halloween the meat's favorite holiday too?
I think it's my favorite holiday.
What the? How does that work?
You gotta dress up. I love dressing
and
up.
Also, you guys are the scary house.
Yeah, when you're on that side of it, there's no anticipation. You're the one ready to scare them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We always put on for the neighborhood.
You guys have like a projector going with like scary images.
Scary music.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers, and we're all like grown men. Mm-hmm. Just out there with like a baby mask and a pitchfork because we have actual tools, like a real axe. Mm-hmm. And like little Iron Man comes up to get his candy and he's terrified.
I tried to pull a prank on you guys this past year.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That semi-worked.
See, because that semi-worked?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew that you guys went all out because you guys would tell me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to dress up and I'm going to wear a costume where you don't see my face. So I put on like my brother's shark costume. This is how committed to the bit was. I walked from my house to yours.
Oh, did you hit all the houses on the way?
Yeah, might as well.
You had a full bag of candy.
But yeah, so I walk and, I'm walking towards you guys. And like, yeah, again, my face is hidden. I was like, all right, here we go. Showtime. So, I hear the scary music and I see you guys in the front yard already. And I see your older brother, Manny. He's kind of like, I think, dragging a shovel or something like that, And so I just start putting on an act like I'm scared, like I'm slowly walking over there, slowly going. And I think I made it like halfway to the door and you were doing this laugh like, whatever. Your mouth made a lot of noise, but your face barely moved.
I try to project it.
Yeah, so I think you let out one of those.
That's my regular like walking down the street. That's how
you show people you're friendly. Yeah. So you let out that laugh, and I dropped my bag and I took off running because I was like, I need to pretend that I'm really scared. Like maybe they'll feel bad.
Yeah.
And dude, no reaction. You're like, okay.
Because so we do try to pass out a lot of candy. Mm-hmm. We try to give each kid that comes up a lot of candy for braving the terror, you know?
Yeah.
And it was one of the best ones we saw. This should be a Halloween episode, but one of the best ones we saw was like a little firefighter kid, little boy. He was probably like 6 or 7 or something. And the rest of his family was all scared. And he was like, guys, don't worry. I could do it. I could do it. And he marched right up and we were screaming and yelling and laughing at him and whatever. And he marched right up without flinching. And I thought like, what? That's not a costume. That's a calling. That's a calling. To see fire, to see the face of danger and run toward it. That kid is an actual firefighter and a real life hero. And he deserves all the candy he's going to get.
And then you got 30-year-old you sprinting away from a clown that stopped following you after 2 steps.
I couldn't look. I couldn't even look back.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, I feel like even though we've been friends for a while, I discover new things about you. And they're always weird things. It's never like, oh, cool thing I learned about my kid. It's like, dude, can you believe what this guy believes,
Yeah.
The world's flat.
Well, I'm going to stop mentioning that one. In fear that the audience might start believing it. Hey, maybe we get some flat earthers start following us.
Hey, any publicity is good publicity.
If you're a flat earther, leave us a review, get a shout out.
If you're a flat earther in Mexico, leave us a Spanish review, I guess. I don't know. There are 2 shots on this table.
Yeah, I was wondering about those.
We poured them.
I was wondering how they got here.
What?
How they got here?
We poured them.
Yeah.
And we said, we got to start off with a shot, loosen up. They're still there.
Well, I think no better time than when you mentioned that they're still there to take a shot.
All right. What are we cheers into?
I think
Mexico?
It has to be to Mexico.
Mexico!
Mexico!
Golazo! Asshole! Yummy.
Oh.
Shout out to Michael.
Yeah.
This episode sponsored by Mexico, the country, straight up.
Straight beneath us. Maybe straight to our south.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing's beneath us because we're flat.
Because we're fucking American. God. Didn't even realize you were taking it there, you son of a gun.
I was watching something interesting on TV the other day. If you want to hit that.
Hit it.
Hit it. You've heard of The Floor is Lava, correct?
I've heard of it. I don't know too much about it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Okay. Because I had mentioned it before to you. Well, it's a show. It's called The Floor is Lava.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
They make a lava type floor. You have to scale the obstacle courses, get to the goal.
I hate this world, man. What a stupid show.
Doesn't it sound so dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I like 8 episodes into it?
8?
Yeah. It's like perfect. It's a perfect thing to watch and watch the day go by.
So what? It's you can't touch the floor.
It's like American Ninja. You seen that one, right? MXC.
Yeah. American Ninja War. MXC was great.
Yeah, MXC was great. It's the same thing.
Wipeout. Wipeout was a good one.
Wipeout was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm
not a
Bonsai.
Never heard of it. Made that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Man.
Yeah, so I was watching it the other day, and so actually seeing it was kind of cool. It was kind of nostalgic a little bit because we all played that game.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess you're right.
At one point, we all played the game Floor is Lava, and so it's kind of like
who started that?
That's what I was gonna talk about a little bit. It's like, how weird is it? And I know other people have mentioned things like this in the past, but how weird is it that games like Floor is Lava?
Yeah.
It's like every kid has played that.
Every single kid in the world.
But who tells the kids about that game? You know, or you hear things like, or the cool S. You know, everyone everyone drew the cool S. But who told them about that?
Yeah.
Or you hear things like, oh, if you have hairy palms, you jerk off too much.
Who started that myth?
That was before the internet.
I stopped jerking off for a while.
In fear?
In fear of having hairy palms. I don't want to be that guy because then everyone would know.
Yeah, it's a telltale sign right there.
I just did foot jobs. Straight up.
Wow, impressive.
Dude, I became very flexible. Just go right in between the big toe and the index toe, I guess.
Just kind of, well, I don't need a...
All right, first of all, it's bigger than your thumb. I can tell you that.
Well, yours is.
God, okay.
Yeah, no, but anyways, that show it is what it is. But I'm 8 episodes in.
There's also that game that everyone else played too, the keep the balloon afloat, don't let it hit the ground. Yeah. Same thing.
It must be just a natural instinct in humans to think that the floor is lava and that the balloon can't touch the floor. Mm-hmm. We used to call it keep it up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you had a name for it, but in my family it was called keep it up. You just keep it up, and then you like hit it like hard, so your brother has to dive for it. Yeah. You know, you can't make it easy for him.
Yeah, I actually saw a video just the other day of like it was like a probably person in their 20s like playing with their dad, and it was like straight up like spiking it and like they're diving.
Yeah,
like it was getting pretty intense.
Yeah,
that like made me want to play again. Yeah, I've just these shows, man. I don't know why I'm always being a hater, but I think
I'm sorry that it's not like Jersey Shore date-a-thon.
You keep their name out of your mouth, your dirty whore mouth.
It's not that sexy people date show on Netflix.
Too hot to handle.
There it is.
I like trash TV, man.
There's a new one, isn't there? It's called like Dating or something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I auditioned for The Circle though?
No, you mentioned you auditioned for a George Lopez movie.
Yep.
But you auditioned for The Circle? You auditioned for it, or you submitted something?
I submitted an audition tape.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So it's a video thing. Mm-hmm. Wow. Someone has a video of your potential dating pitch?
Well, so it's not necessarily a dating show. It's like just being the most popular person in the circle, whatever. You know?
I see.
Yeah, so they said they were like casting and like just send in your tapes. You know, I was like, you know what? Like I would be down to do it. And because it's like, I mean, there's a cash prize or whatever, but it's also because I think any dating show, let's say like MTV's Are You the One or like whatever, it's kind of career suicide in a sense. Like me who's like actually trying to be in TV, and let's say I would be open to acting.
Right.
The second I am on a dating show like that,
right?
Not really taken seriously.
No one's casting you for a commercial, or
you're pigeonholed in there pretty much. But this one was different, you know, like this is less trashy and it's more.
Am I wrong? But isn't the circle the one where you're just isolated and you talk to Siri?
Yeah, pretty much. You're isolated in a room.
Is it dating though?
No.
Okay, it's not dating at all.
It's literally being the most popular person to become an influencer.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah.
It's a social media thing.
Yeah, so I auditioned. Yeah, because like you said, it's like you talk to Siri, you talk to this system called the Circle. So if you want to message someone, it's like, hey, Circle, send direct message to this person, yada, yada. I started my audition tape with, hey, Circle, commence audition tape.
Beautiful, dude. You killed it.
I'm so glad you said that.
When are we going to see you on TV? Dude, that is beautiful. That you nailed it. That's the whole point of the show. So. You nailed the show in like 2 sentences.
I said, hey, Circle, commence audition tape. And what a terrible way to start this audition tape. But hey, my name is Luis.
Oh, okay. You broke character.
Yeah.
You broke, okay.
And I like even poked fun at myself for making that lame joke.
Ah, nice.
I don't know, man. I was feeling confident, but you know, I have not heard back from them.
Well, you know, maybe they're going through all the auditions and we'll still hear from you. We're going to deck you out in all Y&D gear. It's going to be about making Y&D the most popular social media account.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we already are.
Yeah.
Number 3
in Mexico.
Number 3 in the US, number 30 in Mexico. Dude, do you feel a lot of pressure?
I feel like Mexico is listening.
Mexico asked, and now they're getting it.
Not only that, but like we're top 200 in just the comedy section in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget if it was like 186 or something.
Yeah.
Crazy time, man. But now that we know they're listening, México, por favor, si quieren que hablamos de algo.
Go back to our Cinco de Mayo episode and do all that.
Yeah.
That's probably what got us there.
You think so?
Nah.
All right. Well, it's Cinco de Mayo, the sequel, this episode. Yeah, no, I feel a little bit of pressure now, man. Because, yeah, I mean, we want to talk about what people want us to talk about as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always kind of put it out there. We're open to suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Our DMs are still very dry.
Yeah. Send us that.
Mexico, if you love us so much, send us a message.
Send us a message.
Yeah.
En español?
En español. And then we'll plug that into Google Translate for you.
Yeah. And then I'll speak back in Google Translate.
Yeah, dude. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep, dude.
I'm not blaming you. I did watch another thing on Netflix.
What?
And this kind of ties into our Say We Won't challenges. Something that I've mentioned to you before. I think we both like this idea. I was watching, I think it's called Middleditch and Schwartz.
Okay, yeah.
You heard about that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a long form improv comedy with the dude from Silicon Valley and the other dude from Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, yeah.
Parks and Rec, yeah. I think his name's like Fuck Tony on Space Force.
Okay.
Which I can't believe I didn't know was an actual thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Space Force, and you had to tell me live on the podcast that it's an actual thing. And I'm like, no.
Humiliated.
It's a show. Don't embarrass yourself.
Come on, dude.
It's a show.
And the Earth is flat, you idiot.
Yeah, watching space is like, it's only up.
Okay.
It's not down.
Okay.
We're flat. Anyways. Yeah, I was watching that and like, dude, it got my rocks going. It got my.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it jingled my bells, dude.
You ready to jingle your bells?
Nope.
We'll post that video Christmas time.
Yeah, I was watching it, dude. I just thought it was so funny, and that's one thing we talked about. Taking an improv class.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool. I mean, especially if we could film it, but if not, learn a couple of lessons about improv and maybe bring it to the people here on Y&D, to the hardcore. You would down as Foos,
You would actually consider it though?
Taking an improv course?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I did take acting in high school.
Yeah, as did I. Well,
really?
one semester.
Mr. Jensen?
Shout
out to Mr. Jensen. Shout out to Gunther.
Nah, my dude was something else. It was Italian sounding, scoliosis or some shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously high school level and like, I don't know, probably different. But I think what it was back then, that was so stupid. Like I wanted to be cool, you know, I wanted to be cool. So it's like,
so you
taking a class,
acting?
No, like taking something like that, it's a vulnerable thing.
Oh,
you know, you're throwing everything out the window.
Yeah. The theater kids take that.
Exactly.
You know,
I was with every single theater kid, and then me. I'm like, what the fuck? Fool?
Yeah.
It's like I don't do this shit.
I'm just here for the grade essay.
And they're applauding me, thinking I'm doing a very good Cholo impression. But I'm like, nah, dog, that's me. The commitment, it's great.
To be or not to be, Holmes. That's the motherfucking
That's
question.
the fucking question right there.
I ain't afraid of death and shit.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer no more.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was always, I definitely had my wall up because I wanted to be cool. I don't want to like get made fun of. But no, I'm down because it can only help us.
I just remember being in acting one or whatever, and there was like a improv week or something, and there was literally like pass around anything and improv up like a prop of what it is. For the life of me, I couldn't do it. And like I've always been kind of a class clown.
Yeah.
You know, so making jokes is not abnormal to me, or it's not whatever I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, when the spotlight was on me, even in this class of 20 kids, I could not do it. I was in my head the entire time. I couldn't even think about anything other than what it actually was. Mm-hmm. Until finally the teacher was like, just say anything. And I would pick it up and like, banana. And then like pass it on. Like, nobody look at me.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, let's say you're in history class and you make a joke and it fucking hits.
Yeah.
King of the class.
Yeah.
King of the class, you know? But in a class like acting where it's almost like if your joke doesn't land, it's like, fuck, this is so hard. Like, that's the one time where like jokes are almost graded. In a sense, you know?
Sure.
And yeah, I don't think I participated much in that class. A little bit of like not wanting to come out of my shell, but like it is hard. Mm-hmm. And of course I was with all the talented theater kids, you know? But yeah, I remember one thing in particular. It's like, okay, everyone pretend to be an animal and everyone's getting into it, you know? People are like crawling and they're like, whoop. And I'm like, you fucking virgins. Like, like I was just in that mentality.
Fuck girls.
Yeah. Well,
one girl.
Well,
no girls.
I'm just saving it for the one I love.
Yeah. I was saving my joke for the one I love.
And that's why you failed acting. And that's why you didn't take it second semester.
Yeah, for sure. I couldn't do it. I remember even getting reprimanded because, not reprimanded, but the teacher wasn't impressed because I did a skit or like a scene from A Streetcar Named Desire or Harold and Maude or something like that. And at the end of it, me and my partner both ended it by saying like, scene. Okay. And the teacher was like, everything was good, but you just made a mockery of it when you ended it with that you know? And I was like, I thought it was funny. He's like, it's not about being funny. It's about being a different person in character. I was like, fuck this, dude.
Fuck, I don't even remember.
Playing tennis second semester.
I was just about to say. I was going to ask because like everyone has the one bullshit class that they did for the Easy A. Yeah. You did tennis?
Yeah, mine was tennis. It was like my senior year elective. So
yeah.
I had gold shoes, spray painted those things gold.
Dude, I was going to say, I can't believe we weren't friends in high school, but no, I can totally believe it. Because I'd be like, that fucking ass over there with the gold shoes.
Dude, you're too young for me anyways.
How dare you? How dare you?
I didn't friend down, dude. I friended up. Nah, that's not
that's
true.
Not true.
I didn't really. That's not true at all.
Yeah, no.
Also, possibly the douchiest thing I've ever said on this podcast.
Dude, unfortunately, I was a sheep, man. I was a sheep.
Hey, nice.
No.
Badass. Hey.
Haven't used that one in a while. Yeah, no, I remember because I went to middle school or junior high with a cousin, and we both went to the same high school. And that cousin said, hey, when we get to St. Monica, oh shit, should I mention our high school? Does that matter?
That don't matter to me. All of our followers are St. Monica alumni. So.
Yeah, no, but my cousin was like, hey, let's not talk to any of the white people. let's just talk to only the Mexicans.
What a beautiful way to start a new life in a high school.
Right? He said, hey, even the white people that we knew in junior high that are coming, let's drop them. And I was like, hey, you rad, dog. You rad.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I did. Literally freshman year.
What a poor choice.
I know. And that's the thing. Freshman year, I talked to only the Hispanic kids. We had my like little circle. Fucking my free dress days, I would wear my Chivas jersey, you know?
Yeah, dude.
It was a whole thing. And I remember sophomore year, and because, I was just quiet and like wouldn't talk to anyone else. I was always trying to be like the cool, serious one. It worked for me in junior high.
Yeah.
Now, not in high school. But yeah, so now I'm in Spanish class, sophomore year, and I remember there was a girl and a guy that sat right around me, and they would talk to me, but I'm like, no, I can't talk to them. They're one of us.
Dude, how warped are like your minds as children? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I look
you
back,
think that stuff's kind of important.
I look back and it's so stupid, man, and it's so unfortunate. And because like those two people, they would talk to me because they sit around me, but
because they're normal functioning human beings.
Yeah, they were like cool and they were funny, and I was like, oh, like people could be this way and aren't Mexican, you know? Yeah, sophomore year I branched out a little bit. Junior and senior year I really got out of my shell. And yeah, like I don't want to do my own horn, but I became pretty popular.
Hey, nice.
Pretty popular senior year.
I had almost the exact opposite.
The opposite?
The almost exact opposite experience. I
feel like you were the popular kid.
No, not really. Well, I didn't start like that. I started in high school thinking, I don't know if any of my former friends that ended up going to that same school. Mm-hmm. I remember thinking like, I don't know if they're gonna want to be my friends anymore because it's high school now. Yeah, and they're gonna be too cool for me.
For sure. So
I was almost like really shy and about talking to people. Mm-hmm. I was nervous, and I always felt like I was gonna get judged because they're too cool now. They're high school kids, and I'm and I'm just the kid playing a high school student. That's just what I felt like. So it took me a little while to get out of my shell.
Really,
a little bit, yeah.
Senior year, see, because like I knew of you obviously, but didn't know you really. Senior year, you were the guy that straight up kind of braided his goatee.
Yeah.
Your senior portrait photo, which is supposed to be like the nicest photo you take in your high school career, because you're wearing like a tuxedo type thing.
Yeah.
And it's for the yearbook. You had like 3 or 4 braids coming down.
Yeah, I had 3 of them right there.
That's who you were.
It was a Catholic high school, so I had to represent for the Holy Trinity,
So did you actually say that?
I actually said that when one of the deans told me to shave it off. He's like, hey, man, I know we, allow seniors to have facial hair, which is a rule. The only seniors could have facial hair. Mm-hmm. But, you can't have that. And I said, sir, this is my religion. This is the Father, Son, the Holy Christ. And he looked at me with so much disappointment, but he turned his ass around and walked away.
He was like, fuck, you got me there.
Yeah, he was going to win that battle. You call the Pope if you got a problem with this.
Dude, the thing is, it's like, I've been a Catholic private school my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, because Catholic school kids get like a bad rap, like, oh, goody two shoes, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I didn't realize, like, I look back, I was like, oh, dude, there were fucking stupid rules back then, that facial hair being one of them. Only seniors could have one, and I wanted to be cool, and I was doing March Mustache Madness.
Oh, okay.
I have only 2 detentions in my high school career. No, 3. 2. So 2 of the 3 are pretty racist reasons now that I look back. Because one of them was for having a mustache.
Okay.
I think they like wrote that.
That's not even cool.
I was like, come on.
I'm just a hairy person.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the dean like literally made me go to the bathroom, followed me to the bathroom, and like handed me shaving cream. And
that's a violation.
Yeah.
Somewhere. That's probably his sick fetish of his. I like to see little boys shave.
Yeah, he made me shave it. And that same dean gave me my second racist detention. I have it in my room somewhere. On it, it literally says, because like, all right, checkbox, like uniform violation, tardy, yada yada, or other.
Okay.
And other, you fill it in.
Duh.
So it was other, and then it said for buying tacos. And what? I was like, you son of a bitch.
How could that even be a detention?
It's
not for selling tacos. I mean, that's more understandable.
That would be more of a hate crime,
right?
If he did give you a detention for that. But no, it's like I was in a Spanish class and it was the end of the year and we did like a potluck. And I show up and I see everyone brings food. I was like, oh, like that was today.
Yeah.
So, and this was my senior year. So I left, drove to Jack in the Box, which was a few blocks down.
Sure.
Got a bunch of tacos and then came back. And the dean saw me coming back and he wrote me detention. Yeah, because he saw the tacos too. He was like, I'm going to have to write you up for that one, bud.
What was the violation? Were you not allowed to leave campus?
I guess not. I guess that's what it was.
That guy could suck it, man. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
You said you had maybe three detentions your high school career, and he's gonna tarnish your reputation with some bullshit ass fucking detention like that.
Buying tacos.
I would have fought that one so hard.
Dude, you're getting really passionate about this.
It's because I fight detentions. I got a little bit more than 3, but yeah.
You got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why you weren't student of the month, man.
I would do dumb shit, and sometimes I would show up late sometimes, so that's automatic.
Do you have like a detention you're proud of that you remember?
I have one that I got out of some stupid professor. I'm sorry, I apologize for being so angry, but so he had a rule in his class that like only one kid is allowed to speak at any given time. So it's my turn to answer the question. So I should be the only person speaking in this class.
Yeah.
And then someone raises their hand and asks a question, and then they start a whole discussion or whatever. And I lean over and tell my friend, like, some rule, like, it's my turn to talk. He sees me talking to my friend saying that, and he's like, it's not your turn, detention.
No way.
So I talked to him after class, and I was like, I'm not serving this. It's a BS detention. It was my turn to talk. You broke your own rules. I'm not serving detention. And he said, okay, fair. Do me a favor and just distribute these books on all the desks, and I'll discard of it. And I said, no, discard of it. I'm not going to pass out your books. I didn't do anything wrong. And he did. And he took it back. And I was like, I'm not going to play your stupid games, dude. It's my turn to talk.
Dude, you got some cojones on you.
Cojones.
Dude, I'm
Mexican.
Shout out to Mexico. Once again, Mexico, we love you. Yeah, dude, I'm just soft, man.
I mean, I'm a soft boy, dude. I told you I'm puro masa.
Puro masa. No, I just can't stand up. I mean, I can stand up for myself. But if someone tells me something, I'm usually like, yeah, okay. Like, I'll take it. I would not be able to talk a detention down.
I earned a lot of detentions. I did.
Yeah.
That was not one of them.
I know a story. You didn't get a detention for this.
I did not. See, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I like how you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get written up, but apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, you were like pretty cool with this teacher.
Yeah, we were friends. We were like legitimate friends. He was like a substitute or something, stand-in teacher for a semester or something. And yeah, I don't know. He's some sports coach or something. For some reason, we were cool.
Yeah.
You know, well... So I see him on the playground and someone's like, hey, I don't even know how this happens, but a group of friends is around this guy, and he's a younger teacher, right?
Yeah.
It's cool. I give him a purple nurple.
Dude.
I titty twisted him right in the middle of the playground.
Was it a two-hander?
No, it was one.
Okay.
I went in one, and
Did you come in hot, though?
I grabbed it, and I twisted it, dude. I felt the little nip right in between my fingies.
Had that little blueberry?
Yeah.
So you twisted it. Did you put some force into it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt the guy, but I was trying to give him a legitimate titty twister.
How did he react?
He pulled me aside and he's like, Mike, you know, I understand we're friends and all, but at the end of the day, I'm a teacher, and, you know, in front of the students, you know, you should respect me as a teacher and not do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, I was an immature little kid, but he made me aware that wasn't cool. And so I apologized for it. And I said, you know, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I'm glad we're friends, you know. And he was like, okay, like, carry on. So then I left there. Back to my friends who were like, you gave Mr. Mupo a titty twister. And I was like, hell yeah, I did. No detention or nothing.
Did a lot of people see it?
It was a small little group, but the rumor made its way around.
So yeah, the fact that I heard about it too, fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I'm sure, let's say he goes home to his shitty little house, maybe a trailer home. Yeah. eating his TV dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's a teacher.
Yeah.
Nothing against teachers. I'm joking.
We got to pay them more.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know why I sounded so good. This fucking poor ass,
lame ass teacher with his TV dinner.
No, I'm sure he came home and probably like every day, let's say his wife, it's like, oh, how was work today? Well, one of my students gave me a purple nurple.
He did it. He went home. He sucked that tear right back into his eye duct or whatever, his tear duct.
Yeah.
And he said, everything was fine. Because he can't have his wife think of him as less of a man.
Yeah.
So he said, everything is fine.
That's great.
Yeah. And I wish him the best now. I apologize for that action. But it makes for good podcast content.
I hope that nipple's still a little bit swollen.
Yeah,
from that one time. Or a little bit twisted.
Yeah, it's like cockeyed.
Forrest Whitaker.
It looks like Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker nipple. No, that's great, man. Yeah, because I was really cool with one of my teachers. He was a Spanish one, but never to the point where I'll put my paws on his tits. Never.
No. You got to get there in life.
Yeah, that's what you work up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sensitive.
All right.
You never twisted my nipple. I'm just pointing that out.
Well, I learned that,
Are you twisting my nipple live on the podcast right now?
Consent is mutual.
You got to give the people what they want. I'm going to get closer to you. Just go for it.
Just
hold up.
Lift that shirt
left
up.
Or right? Left or right?
I'm righty, so I'm going to just reach in here. Dude, my fingers are like magnets to nipples, dude.
No, you got right on there.
I had to pinpoint it easily.
And I got puffs, and you still somehow got the nip.
Yeah. Like well, you got to squeeze the puff past the nip.
Oh, my God. First ever Purple Nurple live on a podcast. And also, I'm a little bit embarrassed with the noise that exited my body.
Ooh.
Yum. Thank you. On that note,
I think we're signing it off.
Just because I gotta
ice that bad boy,
ice
dude.
it, yeah.
Rest, ice, compress, and elevate. That's a Rice method. It's pretty useful for treating all injuries, most injuries.
But on that note, I guess this is about that time that we wrap it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you always do it. I'll let you do it.
You want to do it?
Can I?
Yeah, hit it, dude. I like to watch this.
Should I do my best impression of you?
You do it however you want, man.
Thanks everybody.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Why do you do the nervous hands?
I'm just saying, thank you everyone for listening. I don't know what was that.
That's it.
Thank you everybody. Whatever. Thanks for listening.
Thank you everybody. I don't talk like that.
Thank you everybody for listening to another episode of You're Not Down podcast. Hit the link above if you whatever. There's no link there.
There's not usually a link there this point.
This is embarrassing. I thought it was going to be a lot better than
amateur hour.
If you guys want to leave us another review, if you haven't already, leave us a review. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. Really helps us out. Puts us on the map. Puts us at number 30 in Mexico. Comedy interviews. That's what that does. It helps us get on the charts. So keep doing that. If you wanted to talk about something specifically, send us a DM on Instagram at You're Not Down Pod.
Spell You're Right. Don't be a dum-dum.
Don't be a fucking dum-dum.
If I'm going to be you, it's don't be a dum-dum.
Who the fuck is that?
Don't be a dum-dum. Spell You're Right.
Who's that?
Y-O-U-R-E.
I'm gonna punch you in the ear, dude. How dare you?
I still got the nervous hands, though. So stupid.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You're Not Down Pod. Spell You're Right. Follow us on TikTok. Also, You're Not Down Pod. Yeah, I posted something on there.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
It was just our highlight clip. Yeah,
beautiful.
And yeah, send us an email. Yeah, again, whether you guys just want to tell us how good we're doing, if you have any critiques or just have suggestions, email us at yndpod@gmail.com. Other than that, I think that's all the plugs, really.
That's it.
So
Thank you guys again for this episode. Words of wisdom for this week are only those who attempt the absurd achieve the impossible. So don't be afraid to achieve the impossible.
Beautiful.
Attempt the absurd.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much again for this week. If you're not down.
Look at those nervous hands, man.
All this talk about scary clowns. I think one's going to hop out if Abraham starts moving.
Thanks a lot, guys.
That's the episode, fellas.
See ya next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Thank you.
Rock on.
Rock on.